Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about Book of Many Things, going chapter by chapter. And today I want to talk about Chapter 7, Sage, the Sage card. And I want to talk about the Book of Many More Things. All right, so actually, I'm sorry, the Deck of Many More Things. So Chapter 7 contains a lot, and one of the things it contains is the Deck of Many More Things. So it is an explanation that, okay, it's truly astounding just to even understand. No one in tabletop role-playing games is doing anything like what is being done in Deck of Many Things. No one is taking a 50-year-old object that existed in their fantasy world and literally making it a real-life object that will be in the hands of every dungeon master and every dungeon player and every dungeon performer within their sphere. Like, it's just astounding, right? So we get the Deck of Many Things. It's 22 iconic cards. It's been, and those cards have been talked about and established since 1975. It came out. Deck of Many Things came out 1 year after Dungeons and Dragons. It's almost as old as Dungeons and Dragons itself, right? But the Deck of Many More Things is brand new. It is a 66 card deck, okay? It includes the Deck of Many Things, but it includes many more things. Its narrative link is that this exists because Uriel and Astoria created the Deck of Many Things, but since then, many wizards, planeswalkers, powerful magic users from multiple realms have continued to add to the deck, right? From Strixhaven, from Candlekeep, from the Biblioplex in Strixhaven to Candlekeep on the Forgotten Realms. It's astounding, right? Both, adding cards from the Magic the Gathering realms and adding cards directly from the Dungeons and Dragons realms. Truly astounding, right? Right, so it's a lot. It's really something, okay? Now, what truly is incredible to me is just the sheer scope of this, right? So basically, and the reality is, if the Deck of Many Things had been made, right, with the Book of Many Things, you could have released the Book of Many Things, right, and then sold this as a separate product, right? But I think they were like, hey, 22 cards is kind of small. So they made this Deck of Many More Things. And this is saying, and this is why I love Dungeons and Dragons now, and why I thoroughly reject Dungeons and Dragons then, right? Basically, they're saying, yes, we fully acknowledge the entire history, all 5 decades of the history of this magic item, right? But we're going to add to it, and we're going to literally triple it, right? And so the deck goes from 22 cards to 66 cards, right? And the reality is, once you put this thing together, right? And first of all, let's be super clear, okay? Absolutely no one in the world is going to buy this and not sleeve it, right? So first thing that's going to happen is you're going to buy the Deck of Many Things. You're going to buy the Book of Many Things, the whole slipcase, right? And you're going to sleeve this, right? And so once you've put those 66 cards, in those sleeves, it like barely fits in your hand, this sleeve deck, right? And there's so much you can do with it. It's absolutely astounding. And so really, this is an unprecedented pressing from the fantasy world into the physical world. The Deck of Many More Things is this massive physical reminder that's what's happening on Dungeons and Dragons now completely dwarfs everything that happened then, right? And that grognards are useless, and Dungeons and Dragons now players are the past, present, and future of Dungeons and Dragons. And I think what we're really, because we have the good, right? Like, this is a gold leaf 66 card physical deck, which you could do 1,000 things with this thing. We've barely even cracked the Pandora's box on this thing. It is absolute. First thing they're doing with this is like, we've already replaced the D20 with the C22. If you don't know what that is, just look in the link below. And it's truly astounding. It's truly astounding. And this is just a passionate 100% rejection of Grognardian, right? And saying, if you're a Grognard, you're nothing. You don't count in the community, right? You really, like, why are you still here? Can you shuffle off and just go pick some other, can you go play like something that's not Dungeons and Dragons, so we don't need to worry about you anymore, right? And because and I think it's always been this way, right? Like, Gary wanted people who were going to remain loyal to Dungeons and Dragons, not clutch to one corner of its time period, right? And if you do that, you're massively rewarded, right? And if you don't do that, I think you're kind of brutally, there's a cultural punishment, right? Like, because if you're a Grognard right now and you have people playing, AD&D with you at your table, and they're looking over and they're seeing all these incredible accomplishments, products that are just shine off the shelves, leap off the shelves into consumers' hands, like from a desire to have and use and a million possibilities with it. It is truly astounding. The deck of many more things is really saying, if you love Dungeons and Dragons and you're loyal to Dungeons and Dragons, you will have many more things. And if you're a Grognard clutching to 1 year of history for Dungeons and Dragons, maybe you don't need to be here anymore. Like, you can just shuffle off and, embrace whatever nonsense OSR that you want to play. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.